Good morning, everyone. My name is Arslan, and you are watching Proper Pariksha, the place where we strive for academic excellence in a simple and comprehensive manner. So, today we'll be starting the topic of comparing decimals and we'll be solving the various solved and unsolved examples in the NCERT. For those who have not learnt about comparing decimals and what are decimals, check out the videos 8.1 and 8.2 for your concepts and understanding. And this video is strictly for solving the solved and unsolved examples of the NCERT. And without any further delay, let's start. तो हमने पिछले वीडियो में समझा था कि practice makes a man perfect, so we are just walking on the same footsteps of that proverb. We'll be solving various examples starting with this. So write 2 rupees 5 paisa and rupees 2 rupees 50 paisa in decimals. So there are two distinct things given or distinct instructions given for writing in decimals. So first is 2 rupees 5 paisa and 2 rupees 50 paisa. So this will be written as there are 2 rupees in total. So therefore the 2 will be written on the left side of the decimal point, because the digits on the left side of the decimal point represent the totality or the number of whole segments or whole number of WHOLE whole present in the scenario on the situation. And 5 paisa can be written as how. So this we will currently leave it as it is. So total number of paisa in 1 rupee are, if you want to guess, it is 100. 100 paisa make 1 rupee, and therefore, and for making it 5 paisa, what will it be? We will write 5 over here, because 5 paisa is out of a 1 rupee, that is 100 paisa. And if you will divide it, what will you get as an answer? You will get 1 upon 2020. This will be the answer. After that, what you will do, you will just divide 1 by 20, and that will give you the answer of 0.05. The other way of coming to this answer is that you have 100 before on the denominator and 5 as the numerator, and you know that decimal point can be added in case nothing is mentioned. So 5 can be written as this, 5.0 can be written because 0 on the right on the extreme does not have any significance or distinction or difference in value, and you just want to divide it by 0. So in order to divide by 0, you will just move 2 times on the left and you will make an arrow over here. This arrow will represent the new decimal point and the empty space will be filled with a 0. Therefore the new number will be written as 0.050, or it can be written as 0.05, because this will not have any value. This 0 does not have any value, but it is just mentioned for the sake of pronunciation and easy pronunciation, nothing else. So this can be directly written in this manner, or you can just write it as 1 upon 20. Both the options are available with you. So 0.05 has been obtained for 5 paisa, and the answer will be mentioned over here. So this is representing 2 rupees 5 paisa. Coming to the next one, that is 2 rupees 50 paisa. So similarly over here, the 2 will be mentioned on the left side of the decimal point, and this we will just leave it as a blank. And what we'll do, we will write 50 as the numerator, because 50 is the part of the whole. And what is the whole as of now? That is rupees. So rupees consist of 100 paisas, and 100 paisa can be written as the denominator, and over here decimal point can be applied because nothing is mentioned, and after the decimal point we can just add a 0 because it does not create any difference. In order to divide with 100, we will just jump 2 times on the left, make an arrow, and after that these two zeros will be cancelled out. The arrow will denote the new point, and if any empty spaces are there, that will be filled with a 0. As of now there are no empty spaces, therefore will be written as it is. So it will be written as 0.500, or it can be written as 0.5 simply. So that will be the answer as 2.5. In order to match the number of digits after the decimal places, you can just add a 0. It will not create any difference in the answer. So this represents 2 rupees 50 paisa. That is why I told you that the concept of fractions will be utilized in this chapter. So 3 chapters are necessary for you to understand the chapter of decimals without any significant hassle or issues or confusions, that is comparing numbers, integers and fractions. Coming to the next question. Write 2 rupees 7 paisa and 21 rupees 75 paisa in decimals. Again, there are 2 types of scenarios given and we have to write them as the decimals. So in order to write as the decimal and how to convert like a fraction to the decimal and decimal to the fraction, we have discussed in video number 1, 8.1. You can check that out also. And let us continue with the example for those who have already viewed our lecture 8.1. So total number of parts that are present in totality or as a whole are 20. 20 will be written as it is and a point will be added, that is 20 will be written on the left side of the decimal point. After that, we'll just create a blank and 7 is mentioned over here. So what we'll do, we'll just use a rough area and 100 will be mentioned. Why? Because 7 paisa represent the part of the whole and one whole represent a rupee, and 1 rupee consists of how many paisas? 100 paisas. Therefore, 7 will be written and 100 will be written as the denominator. Nothing is mentioned, point will be added and a 0 will be added just for feasibility. Dividing by 100 will mean that we have to jump on the left side 2 times and the arrow will denote the area, the new location of the decimal point, and any unfilled area or vacant area will be filled with a 0. Therefore, the answer will be 0.070 or it can be written as 0.07 and this will be taken and mentioned over here. Therefore, the answer is 20.07. Coming to the next part, that is 21.75 paisa. So 21 represents the total number of parts or total number of totality segments or whole segments which are mentioned in the scenario, that is 21. Decimal point will be added, making sure that 21 is written on the left side of the decimal point representing the totality. After that 75 paisa, so we'll make a blank dash and then we'll write 75. Then we'll write the denominator that will be denoting how many number of parts make a one whole, that is 100 paisa. Dividing by 100 will make a decimal and a 0. For easiness, we'll jump 2 times on the left because we are dividing with 100. We'll add a point over here as the arrow denotes and the answer will be 0.750 or it can also be written as 0.75. The answer will be mentioned over here after the decimal point and the answer has been achieved. Coming to the next question. Write 6 hours 20 minutes in decimal form. How can we write that? Here the parts and the whole has changed into the time form. Okay, before we were dealing with money, now we are dealing with time. So 6 hours and 20 minutes. So here the totality is hours and the parts is minutes. Okay, so decimal point will be mentioned and on the left side total number of segments that represent the whole or the totality. Whole, not HOLE. If you remove the W, it will mean that something part has been subtracted from a material. Whole means the total material. Okay. So 6 will be mentioned over here and after that we'll make a blank. Now what we'll do, we'll write the total parts that have been mentioned of the whole as a numerator. We'll write the denominator as the total number of parts that actually make that particular whole. So 1 hour is comprising of 60 minutes. Therefore, we'll write 60 as the denominator, 0 will be cancelled out with 0, and then you will have 2 and 6. So it will be written as 1 upon 3 because 2 will be divided by 2 with 1. It will go 1 times and 6 will go 3 times. So this will be 1 upon 3. And 1 upon 3 can be written in the decimal form. How? It can be written this fashion. 1 be over here and 3 will be over here. After that, you can see that 3 will not go into 1 and therefore a decimal point will be added, 0 will be added and both of them will be translated below. And you can see that now 10 can make the 3 can go into 10 how many times? 3 times. The decimal point will be translated in the top direction also in the same alignment, and you will have over here 9. That will give you an answer of sorry, the 10 has been added. I 9 has been taken over here, and this will give you the answer of 1. Then again a 0 will become over here 0, and it will come over here, because you see that 1 will not be divisible by 3, and we have not got a 0 as a remainder. So we'll keep on adding zeros until we get a remainder as the 0. And 10 comes over here, again we will make it 3, and then again it will be 9, and again the remainder will be 1. So you will see that the repetition or this cycle will continue, where the remainder will always be equal to 1, and the quotient will always be adding as dot 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 3. Okay, so this means that 0.33 will keep on continuing till infinity. What is infinity? Something which cannot be measured, that is, it is so great or so much that it cannot be measured. So how do we represent such type of decimals? We cannot write 3333 and fill the whole notebook. How will we write that? We will write that by using a special symbol known as a bar that represents the repetition. So 0.33 dash dot 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 can be written as 0.3 with a bar. This means that bar means that this particular digit will be repeated or continuously and continuously. I hope you understand that, or I will give you another example to understand that, but before that we will solve this question. So the answer will be 6 hours 20 minutes can be written as 6.3 with a bar. Okay, this will be the answer. I will give you another example in order to understand this concept of bar, that is, if you divide 22 by 3. Okay, if you divide 22 by 3, let us see what is the answer. Or if you divide 2.2 by 3, what is the answer? So 2.2, we'll take the point over here, same as it is with the same alignment. How many times 22? 7 times gives you 21. So we'll write 7, we'll write 1, and then we'll have the answer of 1 again. Then we'll add a 0 over here, and that 0 will be translated over here, because until we get a remainder as equal to 0, we will keep on adding 0 on the right side of the decimal point on their extremes, which will not create a difference in value. Therefore, we'll add a 0, then we'll take 3 times, 9 times, and then again we'll get a remainder as 1. So this remainder as 1 is again repeating itself. So how will we write this type of answer when 2.2 divided by 3? So if you see, we can see that it is getting repeated and will keep on getting repeated, and remainder of 1 will always be obtained. This will be written in the following manner. Pay attention. 0.7 will be written as it is, because, and 3 because 7 is not repeating, and 3 because it is repeating will be written with a bar. 0.73 will be written for 2.2 divided by 3. That is the concept which I wanted to give it to you, because it will be useful in the future classes or in your senior classes. Do remember that. So answer of 6 hour 20 minutes has been obtained, because how? Because 6, how? On the left side 6 and on the right side 20 upon 60. 20 upon 60 can be written as 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 can be written as 0.33, that is written as 0.3 bar, because 3 on the right side of the decimal is keep on getting repeated. Question number 1. Next question. Can you write 4 millimeter in centimeter using decimals? Okay. For such type of questions, what you have to do is that you just have to write the question as it is first of all, in order to not have any sort of confusion. So we'll just write 4 mm. I'll write the mm again, and you will make an arrow and write centimeter. Okay, so you have to convert 4 mm into centimeter. Okay, now you will have to see that the unit in which it is getting converted into, is it greater than or lesser than it? It is greater than that. Therefore, we will have to divide this particular 4. If it had been smaller than that, then we would have multiplied. I'll give you another example after solving this question. As of now, 4 millimeter will be converted into something something centimeter. The unit in which it will be converted into is greater than the original unit. Therefore, we will divide. We will divide with which thing? With the conversion factor. What is the conversion factor? 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So 10 is the conversion factor. Okay, so 10 से divide होगा, so 4 will be divided by 10, and as you know, nothing is mentioned, we'll make a decimal point, 0 हो जाएगा, divide by 10, so we will jump on the left side 1 times, new decimal point location has been obtained, no vacant or unfilled locations are to be filled, therefore the answer has been obtained, and that will be 0.40, or it can be written as 0.4. Okay, this is one way of solving this type of question. Another way of solving this type of question is that you will directly write the relation between these two units, that is millimeter and centimeter. So millimeter and centimeter have this particular relation, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Now what you will do is that you will just reverse it, that is you will write 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, because the unit which is to be converted into will be written on the right. That is the only purpose. If you do not want, you cannot do this step, but I'm just making you do this so that you do not have any sort of visual or mental confusion. Now what you will do, you will take this 10 and shift it on the right side of the equal sign. That is, it will be shifted to the right hand side or the RHS. That will be 1 mm, because 10 can be written as 10 into 1. So 10 will be shifted on the right side. So 1 mm will remain, and 1 will be divided by 10, because anything that is shifted on the right or left of the equality sign or the inequality sign, in case it is in multiplication, it will be divided. If it was already originally in division, it will be multiplied. If it was originally in addition, it will be subtracted, and if it was originally in subtraction, it will be added. So therefore 1 upon 10 centimeter, that will give you the answer of 0.1 centimeter, and therefore 4 centimeters can be written as 4 into 1 millimeter is equal to 4 millimeter, can be written as 4 into 0.1 centimeter, that can be written as 0.4 centimeter. So these are the two methods of how you can solve this question. Whatever you want, you find it easy, you can follow that particular method. Now coming to another example in which we will see that if the digit on the right side was a smaller digit, what would have been the step to solve the question? Okay, so here 4 millimeter is converted into centimeter, just reverse that. Okay, we'll write 4 centimeter is being converted into millimeter. Okay, so 4 centimeter is converted into millimeter. What we will do, it is the smaller one, so therefore we will multiply. What we will multiply with? We'll multiply with the conversion factor. Conversion factor between 4 centimeter and millimeter is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Therefore 10 is the conversion factor, and therefore we will write 4 centimeter as millimeter into 4 into 10, and centimeter will be replaced by millimeter, and the answer will be 40 millimeter. This is the answer. So in case the unit to be converted is small or greater, both the methods have been discussed. Unitary method and this method has also been discussed. This is the conversion factor method. Okay, and the method which was mentioned over here was the unitary method, unit and ARY method. Okay, this was the unitary method, not this one but the previous one. Coming to the next question. How will you write 7 centimeter 5 millimeter in centimeters using decimals? Just a moment please. I'm just checking if the cooling pad is on or not. Yes, it is on. Okay, coming back, write 7 centimeter 5 millimeter in centimeter using decimals. And this is another question. Can you write 52 meter as kilometer? How will you write 340 meter as kilometer? How will you write 2000? Therefore, there are 4 questions over here. Okay, we will solve two part A first. Okay, so two part A asks us to write 7 centimeter 5 millimeter into centimeter. Okay, so centimeter will be considered as the whole or the totality, and millimeter will be considered as the parts which comprise that particular whole. So in order to write that, just mention the decimal point on the left side, mention the total elements or the whole elements or the whole segments, that is 7, and after that just write a dash. And in that, what you will do, you will make a fraction that will include the numerator as the number of parts, that is 5, and the total number of parts that create that particular whole. So centimeter and millimeter, how many millimeters do 1 centimeter create? That is 10. Therefore 5 upon 10 will be written, decimal point will be added, 0 will be added. Since it is getting divided by 0, we will just jump on the left side and then we will place the decimal. Answer will be 0.5, and therefore the answer will be written as 7.5 centimeter. Okay, coming to the next question. The next question is question number 3. What does this ask to do? Let us see. Can you write 52 meters as kilometers? No problem. First step is to write the question in a simpler manner before solving. First step. So 52 meter to be converted into kilometer. Just in the previous question, I told you that the unit in which it is to be converted into, if it is greater than, then we have to divide with which, the conversion factor. What is the conversion factor as of now? Meter and kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Therefore 1000 is the conversion factor. So 52 will be divided by 1000. Decimal point will be added, 0 will be added for easiness. There are 3 zeros, so we will jump on the left side 3 times. Okay, new decimal point location has been obtained. Vacant location will be filled with a 0. Answer has been obtained, and all these these 3 zeros have been cancelled out, and now the answer is 0.0520. Therefore the answer is 0.052, and that is the way how we write 52 meters into kilometers. This was question number 3, part A. Coming to the next part, that is writing 340 meter as kilometers. So 340 meters can be written as kilometers. How? 0.34 kilometer. How you will do that? Follow the same method as mentioned is 3.A, as mentioned in 3.A, and you will get the answer of 3B. 340 meters into kilometers will be 0.340 kilometer, or it can be written as 0.34 kilometer. You just have to follow the steps and you have to replace 52 with 340 and the answer will be available. How will you write 2008 meter in kilometer? Answer will be again same. We will just write it again. I will just since 2008 will include something on the left side also, that is why I will show you how to solve it. So 2008 meter into kilometer, which is bigger? Kilometer is bigger. Therefore what you will do? You will do division. Okay, so 3 C you will divide with the conversion factor. What is the conversion factor? We have already seen that conversion factor is 1000. 1000 meter create 1 kilometer. Therefore, we will divide 2008 with 1000 and the meter will be replaced with kilometer. And three zeros, so decimal over here, a zero over here for easiness, three jumps on the left, new decimal point over here. All the zeros have been cancelled. Therefore, the answer is 2.0080, or you can just remove this zero. So the answer will be 2.008 kilometers as is equal to 2008 meters. Coming to the next question. Can you write 456 gram as kilogram using decimals? So this question is also the same, everything is same. So I will not be showing the steps again. Just follow the previous steps and the answer will be 0.456 kg, because 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. Okay, coming to the next question. How will you write 2 kg 9 grams in kg using decimals? Okay, so we'll write the total segments, that is 2, and mention a decimal point after that, and then we will create a dash. And here we will, what we will do, the total number of parts that are in consideration are 9 grams. So 9 and will be the numerator, and the denominator will be the total number of parts that create the concerned whole. So how many grams will create a kg? 1000 grams will create 1 kg. Therefore 1000 will be mentioned over here. Decimal point will be mentioned, 0 will be mentioned for easiness, 3 zeros. So we will jump 3 times, 1, 2 and 3, new decimal point obtained. Vacant positions filled with zeros, and the answer is 0.009, and the answer will be translated over here. So 009 and kg will be replaced instead of gram. Therefore, the answer is 2.009 kilograms. That is the answer. So I hope you understood each and every question that we solved in this video. As the next video, we'll be starting the exercise 8.1. And for those who are new to our videos, in case you like our videos, hit the subscribe button and the like button. If you have any suggestions or questions or concerns, you can write in the comment section or connect with us on our social media handles, LinkedIn and Facebook, or any other which you prefer. So till the next time we meet, keep revising, keep making notes and keep practicing. Goodbye.